Okay, so we begin with the move. Okay, so we begin with the move. So over here, white plays e4, and we have to play e6, the French defense. Now with the French defense, we open up with the center where white takes it, we take it back. Further, we focus on our development by taking out the knight. Where white decides to play bishop e2, we go with bishop e7 along with castling. Now we maintain the king safety as well as development of our pieces. Where white decides to play b3. Now with b3, what we can do is we can place c6 along with the bishop out, and once again we have completely focused on our development. Where x3 was the response, we decide to take this knight out. Now we take the knight out where we play knight b to d2 along with our turn where we go with bishop back. Okay, so he goes with knight to e5. We decide to take the knight along with white takes it back, attack the knight, where we take the knight at e4. Knight at e4, focusing on attacking towards the center. He go with bishop d3. We'll decide not to trade because trading is not at all helpful. If we take it, if we allow him to trade, for example, we go with queen to c2, then he can take it, and I can take back from the pawn. Okay, ultimately it's not going to create an advantage, so we take knight take on t2 and bishop take on it because that bishop was very precious, so we need to exchange that bishop. Now queen can take or the pawn can take. Pawn should take it because pawn can be pushed further and add a defender. He play queen take d3, that's an advantage so that we can attack towards this. Now he can even try f4, adding a second defender. Yeah, f4. So we go with bishop c5 going check. King comes over here. First the response where we go with f6. Now he can take it. The bishop is already attacking like this. So after f6, we can push the pawn forward. Okay, he does not take. We'll take it, he take it back, and then we go with rook trade. Now along with rook trade, he goes with rook take on f1, where we'll decide to take the rook e8. Now rook e8 was the move by us, and he go with b4. We'll take the bishop back, e7, where white to play white is now thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds. Hmm. So white is busy thinking for the response where he go with queen f5. Now queen f5 is basically for this, right? Where we go with rook to f, rook f8. Now queen come giving a check is possible threat. Okay. In hi Chisman Mukherjee, welcome to my channel. We go with king h8 and white to play. White is thinking for the response over here. So let's see how white responds in this position. He go with rook trade. We'll begin with bishop take on it along with white to play where white is busy thinking for the move. Now let's see how white responds. He is having this pawn, right? He go with queen over here. We'll go queen to e7 offering a queen trade. The queen can go back or accept a trade. In this position, he can accept a trade. Or maybe it appears like a draw, but he can try to find out advantage. Well, what I think, he go with queen h5 as I told you. Now, once again, over here, if I would be playing as white and I play queen h5, then my main motive would be playing g4, g5, creating a pawn storm like this. Okay, so ultimately what I am going to do is, I continue the game with queen e6. Further, I can take the queen at g6 and block all the plans. So white plans will be failed. We play bishop d4 attacking this pawn. We play a6 and like defend this pawn. We go with c3. C3 is not a very good option, but still we go with queen g6. Now queen g6 offering a queen trade. If in this position he should not accept and he does not. We play queen f3 where we go with okay, we have to secure this bishop, right? So we go with king f8 or king g8. King g8 for defending the bishop. Now he is thinking for the move. He go with a4. So a4 was the response where this is our turn. Now we'll decide to go queen p1 giving check, and then we go with, okay, now we go with queen c2 attacking this pawn like this. Furthermore, we'll decide to play queen to e4. Now if we accept, we can take it back. Okay, so in this position, once again, white should decline the trade, and he declines the trade. Now I have the right to take it, right? So if I will take it, then it is going to be easy for me to handle the position. King comes to f7, king can come here, and king comes to e6. Now we go with the move x6 for the g5. It's my main threat. So he go with g5, we go with g6. If he takes, bishop take on it. So ultimately we are leading the game. Now over here we'll decide to play x5. If we take back, and further pawn push. Okay, so white's turn. Now 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how white responds over here. We go with g6. Okay, so g6, and we go with no. So we'll decide to play. This is a tough position for us. If I push, he play this. So I go with bishop g7. If he tries to bring the king over here, no. Well, bishop attack. Okay, go with king g5. So if I trade, then he can push the pawn forward. That's the main threat. So ultimately, in this position, now what can I do? This is a tough one. So over here, we push the pawn forward, like expecting the trade. Oh, and we play king f5. Now, main threat is all clear. He can push the pawn. No, he does not. He play king h5. So king h5 was the response. Once again, this is a tough one. Now, this is absolutely the tough one. Okay, we play the king back. He can play king. So white is leading the game. Let's see white is able to win the game or not. King comes here. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. King comes here. Yeah. King f5. We play bishop x6. Now king goes back. Or king. Yeah. King goes back. The only option. He play e6. E6 was the response, opening up the bishop diagonal. A very sharp response. So ultimately, I am losing the game. King comes to f8. He play this. Okay. So no, if he plays this, then bishop can come and give a check, right? Okay. Let's see how white responds. Now this is white to play, and white is thinking. White play king e5, king e5, and we go with king e7 because we are observing that he can play king like this and attack, but we play king c. Okay, bishop c5 check, king goes back, he play king. Or he can push the pawn forward. If he push the pawn forward, he does not. Well, we go with bishop f4 mate. Oh my god, bishop f4 checkmate. My goodness, thank god. Anyways, we go with another game where we are playing as black. e4, we respond with the move e5. e5, and he go with center game with, we'll take it. He play f4, okay? For the first time I'm seeing this. We play c5, and further he play knight f3. We go with d5. If we take back from the queen. He play e5, okay? So e5 will take the bishop out and create a pin. Ultimately, he play bishop e2. We trade. And after he accepted trade, attacking the pawn, where we go with knight to c6. Ultimately, we'll try to focus on our development. Okay, now over here, this is once again tough position. So we'll decide to play knight g2 e7. Knight g2 e7, and further we trade it. That was a nice one. So he accepted trade. We go with d4. Now the knight can go back, or knight can come to the center, knight e4. So we'll decide to play knight f5. Like we have to develop our bishop castle. That's the main plan. Now he go with rook e1. Rook e1, we play knight h4, attacking the bishop. Now this bishop is very active bishop. He go with knight f6 check. If I take, he take back the rook giving check. Then I guess that's not going to work. I'll take it. He'll take back. I'll play king d7. He play bishop. Hmm. So king can come here, right? Ultimately, his plans are failed. Okay. So maybe he can try something that I have not observed. Bishop g4 check. King comes c7. And now there are no more threats, right? Hmm. So maybe he can push the pawn forward and then try g3 attacking the knight, like trying to create a knight trap. Hmm. So white's turn. Now let's see how white responds. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock remaining for white, and white is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Hmm. Okay. So let's see how he responds. Now over here, if I'm going to play as white, then I would try f5. Auto f5 because f5 will allow the bishop to come and try to give a check. He go with g3, okay? We'll take the knight back. He may push the pawn forward. Uh, no. In this position, he should not push the pawn forward. Instead, he should. Now, this is the position for white, like what he should play. I'm thinking for that. So over here, if I think, if he tries to push, I can play knight here. We go with a3, okay? So he just played like that. And over here, we go with bishop d6. Now bishop d6, if he tries to push the bishop over here, not a threat. He play b4. b4 is a nice response. If I take, he take back, knight take. Okay, so like this was a leading trade, right? So we'll take it. He take back, bishop take, attack the rook, and we can push the pawns forward. So now let's see what white responds. White go with bishop d2. We'll trade the bishops. White take it back, and now we push the pawn forward. So d3, and this is white to play. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. Hmm. Well, we'll decide to play the queen giving check. Ultimately, we are going to win the pawn. So queen check, where king goes to, okay, king comes to g2. We'll decide to, no, we play h5, attack the bishop. Bishop goes back, and now the knight is under attack. So we'll decide to play x4, like x3, maybe. No, we'll trade it. Hmm. Okay, so I'm just finding out the threats. Let's see what he responds. He go with rook to c1. Now he is trying to add up pressure. Well, now if I push, king go king. If I push it, king can come over here or here. Hmm. So in this position, I'll decide to take it. He takes it back, and now over here we'll go with, okay, we'll go with rook to d8 and add up a supporter. Now the pawn is supported. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you're going to stream, then I request you to like the live stream. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the response over here. He go with rook c3, adding up pressure. Well, so over here, once again, we have to think for the response. We'll, if we go with queen takes on it, rook can take it easily, right? Okay, so I'll decide to play rook to g8. Now rook g8, he go with rook take d3, we'll go with knight take f4. Give check, ultimately winning the rook. So queen take back. So knight take on f4 check is a legendary move. He go with king f1, we'll decide to take this rook. Ultimately, if he tries to take, we can take back. So now let's see how white responds. In the meantime, guys, if you want to also challenge me, all the challenges are allowed. So, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, then I request you to like live stream also. Now, white turn, bishop take. No. Oh, bishop take on it. Seriously? No, why bishop take on it? I guess he just played like that. There was no reason. So we'll take it, and ultimately, let's see. Don't. queen check. Oh, so he's just playing whatever I'm telling. Queen b6. Now if I tell to trade, maybe he trades. Okay. So no, he can. There are no ways to get check, right? So now maybe he can resign again, or he can begin with trading. It's my guess. Okay, so over here queen can go back and try attacking the knight. In my guess. Okay, he played queen a3. Now he is attacking like this. Then that's a mate. Queen f2 mate. So over here we look for another game. And guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay, so we play e4 on the board. Now e4 aggressive opening along with knight f3. I have uploaded a video on Greco gambit. You can check that video. Knight f6. Knight f6. Now should I go with Traxler? Okay, Traxler counter attack. Hmm. He played e5. Will take it. He'll take. He does not take. He played knight f5. So knight f5. Now I guess. Okay, I will play bishop e5. Check. He take it, we take back, he take it, we'll take the bishop back and maintain the attack. Ultimately, we take the queen out and add up pressure. So now, black's turn. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, black to play and black is thinking for the response where he go with bishop e7. Now, bishop e7 was the response. Ultimately, we'll decide to castle first of all. And first of all, the castle where black also castles back. Now the pin is not at all useful, so we decide to play c3 so that we can take the bishop c2. And now let's see what he responds. Black to play and black go with knight d6, so he can try this. Okay, we go with d4 and allow this. Now if we push it, I take, he'll take, knight take, he'll take, I'll take. Ultimately, that's going to be an equal trade. So now I don't want to trade, but I guess I have no other option. So begin with the trade. Black, black takes it back. He will take it, he will take back, and we'll take it back. Oh, I gained advantage. I have two pawns up. Okay, so he played rook e8. Now rook e8, he has two active bishops. That's the biggest advantage. We go with queen c2, like we take the queen back and just defend our piece. He played bishop d6. So bishop d6 was the response along with trying to attack towards this diagonal. We go with f4 and just block this diagonal. Now, first of all, we have to focus on our development of our pieces along with c5, where we trade, then we have to play the king back. So we first trade, where he also take it back, and we play king h1, along with he go with bishop c6. So now he is having aggressive attack, where we play b4 and attack the bishop. Bishop goes to b6, we play a4. Now the bishop. Okay, if it tries a5, we can push it forward, attack the. Okay, we go with a5. Now if we go with queen take on it, then queen can take it. He play bishop e3 and we accept the bishop trade. Play knight and bishop. Play knight and bishop. Yeah, currently I played for this bishop take. Okay, now over here I'm thinking for pushing the pawn forward. My rooks are not connected. That's also a problem. Yes, of course, I will play against you. It is. You are a solid player. Okay. I would love to play against a solid player like you. Anyway, c4 attacking the queen. Queen goes back. In my case. Okay. Queen x5. Now we push the pawn forward. Attack the bishop. Bishop goes back. Bishop should go back like that. No. Bishop comes to e4. Bishop e4 is not a very good response. Uh, Queen comes to d2, attack the rook. Now where this rook will go? Rook comes to e2. So now he's attacking. Well, if I try, now there's nothing to try, right? Okay, we play queen d1. Bishop take on it. Bishop take, king comes. And let's see what he play this. Queen take. Rook can come, give a check. And maybe that's the mate, right? Queen take on it. If rook comes, queen goes back. Are you Indian? Yes, I am Indian. Proud to be an Indian. Okay. If rook comes, we play queen over here. Trade. A basic trade maybe. Okay, accept. We'll take it back. Knight development, first of all. Yes, I will play against you. Send me the challenges. I'm not receiving any challenge. Okay, send me the challenge after this game ends. We'll continue playing with each other. Okay? Rook comes here. Now push the pawn forward. Then he can take this pawn. Once again, a position first. First of all, we begin with rook c1. Add a defender to this pawn. Furthermore, we have to bring the king. He play rook d2. Knight goes back, attack the rook. The rook goes to a1 and attack this pawn. So we play this. Now a6 on the board. Black says thinking for the move. We go with this response attacking. Now once again a top position. Hmm. Well, so I play rook to c3. Along this. Okay, so you go with this. This is the main trap. Okay. Now black stone and black play this. We play king h1. He play. He wants a draw. Oh, but we'll decline it. Rook f1. Now he's going to give up a lot of checks. Rook move is incorrect. You have to block the queen path. You have to block the queen path. There is no queen on the board, right? Anyways, he go with x5 now. A very sharp response. We'll play rook a3. Now we are offering a rook trade. Maybe rook check. Rook over here. Give check. King comes there. Now he's going to give unstoppable checks. In my guess. Okay, he does not play this. Now we'll go with knight c3. Attack this. So rook comes to check. We play king g1. We play this check. We play king f1. We play this. Ah, okay. King goes. Yes, guys. I will accept your challenge. Send me the challenge. You have to send me the challenge. Okay. King comes to h1. Now he's going to give a check. Okay. So it's check. Anyways. Now, guys, any challenges? Send me challenges now. Okay, so if you want, you can send me challenges. No challenges are coming. Hmm. Okay, so here I continue with another game this time. Alright. Challenges from my side. There are no challenges coming. Okay, send me chess.com ID in the chat box. I need to recognize you. Okay, which app you are using? Chess.com. We'll take it back. C4. We play knight out attacking. I will send. Just send me challenge in chess.com and try to send me when this game over. Okay. So bishop f5 and like this. E go with bishop t3. Just take it. Don't waste the time. When queen takes it, we take the knight here, controlling this, and the knight at the center are very dangerous. For now, over here we play queen c7. Ultimately, we are planning to play e5. And we play knight trade, we'll take it back. We'll take it back. Now, over here, we'll decide to play g6. G6, bishop g7, attacking the pawn, my main trap. So, bishop g7, and ultimately white to play. Let's see how white responds. White play bishop e3. We play rook over here and add pressure. Okay, white to play and white is thinking for the response over here where he played rook to d1. We castle, maintain the king safety and white to play. We play e3. Now over here we play f5. F5 attacking the queen. Ultimately we are planning to play f4 attacking the bishop. Ultimately the bishop, knight, rook, all will attack this pawn. Okay, so ultimately these three pieces are defending this pawn. Now we have to change these two positions. Hmm. Okay, so let's see what the response. He played queen e6 check, king comes to h8. Now white to play. 3 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. He go with bishop g5, trying to attack, where we decide to play bishop at f6 and further decline the trace. Okay. Now let's see how it responds over here. So guys, if you enjoyed the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Let's see how it responds over here. we take back from the rook, attack the queen. It's my mid plan. Hmm. Anyways, so over here we can expect he will not trade. I'm thinking that he's not going to trade. Then he can take the bishop back. Okay, he traded. We'll play rook take on it, attack the queen. The queen is under attack, so queen can go back in any of the possible squares. Or he can even go towards this diagonal. That's his choice. Okay, so white is now thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. We go with queen c4. Now queen c4 was the response. Where what we can do is we'll decide to play e5. If we take, knight take. Hmm. If we take, first of all we'll trade the rooks and then we'll take it from the knight. Okay, now this is white's turn and white is thinking for the response over here. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And d5 was the response. We go with queen e5. I mean knight e5 and attack the queen. So the queen is under attack. Queen can go back and defend itself. Otherwise, the queen will be gone. So we go with queen b4 and we decide to play b6, defending the knight. Now let's see what he responds. Over here, if he tries to push the pawn forward, it's possible over here. Let's see how he responds over here. 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. We are thinking for playing. Okay, he takes it. We'll begin with taking it back, where this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. He can take the rook here, attack the queen. Let's see how white responds over here. 2 minutes on the clock, and white is thinking for the move. Also, he tries to play queen b5, we play e4 and attack the rook. I mean knight. Knight can go back to defend itself, otherwise he will lose the knight. Okay, so white to play and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are going to stream, then I request you to like live stream. We go with knight e4. Knight e4 on the board, we'll go with rook to f6, attacking the pawn so he can take the knight back. We go with knight e6. We'll decide to play. Now he's creating a fork like this. Okay, so we'll play rook take on it. We'll take it back. He can take it back and then we'll decide not to trade. So we'll play rook to f8, but he can push the pawn forward. He can play the rook here and attack. So we play queen over here and offer a queen trade, where we decide to decline the trade. Now let's see what the response. White's turn and white is thinking for the move, where he play e7. And now over here we decide to play the okay. We play rook to g8. Now let's see what white responds over here. White is busy thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay, 1 minute remaining for the clock for white. Let's see how he responds over here. So over here he go with rook to c1 and we decide to play knight and attack the rook. Now the rook is under attack and it is 45 seconds on the clock. He play rook to c8 where we decide to play. So we will decide to take the knight back and attack the queen and ultimately we are losing the game. We play this, we further promote. So we have to accept the trade. We'll take it back and further we'll reset the key. So guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. And this is white to play. White go with d4. We'll decide to play knight f6. He plays c4. We play e6. Further, we decide to play d5, and after he takes, we'll take it back. White decides to play knight f3. We'll decide to play bishop out to f5, where this is white to play and white play bishop g5. We'll decide to play knight b2 d7 and defend the knight. He decides to play knight e5. We'll go with bishop e7. Further, this is white to play and white decides to take it. We'll decide to take it back from the queen and then go with c6. Now he takes it, we'll take it back. Further, we prepare to castle. So white to play and white does not. Well, we'll decide to take the bishop back, e6, where this is white to play once again. He go with a3, we'll decide to play b5. And over here, let's see how white responds. He play b4, we play a5. If we take, rook takes and further attack the pawn. We go with knight over here, we decide to trade. He take it back, we trade the rooks and then place the queen d6. So we play queen c3. Further, we decide to play rook to a8, preparing to play rook here, attacking this. Okay, now let's see. He played knight to c1. We'll go with rook a4 and attack the pawn. Now this pawn is under attack. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay, so he go with queen to c2. We'll go with queen take b4. He play queen take x7, bishop take x7 check. We play king f8, where white to play and white is thinking for the move. Now let's see how white responds over here. He play queen take c6. We'll decide to play. We'll take the rook to a7. Now let's see what he responds. So white to play and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. He played knight to d3 and we'll decide to go with queen back to e7. Further, this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. Okay, so white is thinking for the move where over here what we can expect is he can go with f4. Because f4, f5 is going to attack the bishop. We go with queen take d5. We go with g6 and trap the bishop. Now let's see what he responds over here. White to play and white is thinking for the move where he go with queen b8 check. So we go with king comes to g7. He play queen check. We play king h check, king h6, and now let's see what he responds. The queen also joined the bishop by getting trapped. He play bishop f4, and we decide to play. Now why he is playing this? Okay, so over here we secure this bishop. We play the bishop to g f5. Now knight take on the pawn. So that was a miss. Let's see what the response over here. White's turn and now white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. We go with knight take d5. We play queen e6 and further. Okay. So let's see if the knight takes on it. Otherwise, if knight does not take, then knight can go back and further attack the queen. So knight going back and attacking the queen is the threat. Let's see how white responds over here. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay, let's see how white responds over here. White play knight back. We'll decide to play the queen to e7. Now let's see what the response over here. White to play and white is thinking for the move. Now we can prepare to play rook d8, rook d1, trap the queen. He played knight d5. He wants to draw. Queen d6. Oh, now this time we just played queen d6 instead of queen e6. Well, we play queen d6, but we does not want to draw, that's well. So we go with knight f4 once again, and we'll decide to play rook to c7, rook over here. Well, let's see how he responds over here. So white's turn and white is thinking for the response. Once again, let's see how he responds. In the meantime, guys, if you are going to stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Ego with extreme trying to play this, attacking the bishop. Well, I don't care. So we decide to play queen to e7 and defend this. Once again, knight will go to. Come on. Okay. So queen comes here, knight take on the rook. And now I'm free pawn that threat. Let's see how he responds. So over here he's having these for 5 pawns. You go with this. Hmm. So over here we decide to play bishop back defend the pawn. Now you play bishop take on it. So if I take it, queen take the bishop. Hmm. Bishop take pawn. Now he go with this check. We play king g5. We play f4 check. King comes to g4 and queen take this. It's a checkmate. Hmm. So, okay, that's not play. Bishop f5 check, king comes to g3 once again. That's the mate. Alright, we resign the game. And further, we look for another game. Guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. Any challenges? Okay, so we look for another challenge. And this time we go with e4. e4 where blacks to play and black play knight c6. We play d4. Ultimately, black to play once again. Let's see how he responds. He played e5, we'll take it. White takes it back and we play knight f3 dependence, where this is black to play. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. He played knight f6, we play c4, attack the queen. Now the queen can go back and defend. We go with d5 and attack the knight. Where this knight is under attack, knight goes back. And further, we'll decide to play bishop e2. We are further preparing to castle, maintain the king's safety, where this is black's turn and black go with bishop f5. We'll decide to play knight to c3, focusing on our development of our pieces, where he go with e6, and we'll decide to play the check, queen a4 check. Now let's see how black responds in this position. He go with knight b to d7, we'll play d take e6, where black takes it back from the bishop. We'll go with knight e5 and create the pin. Furthermore, this is black's turn. Now he decides to play bishop to d6. We'll play knight take on it. He play queen take on it. We'll play. Okay, so we'll decline the trade. We play c5 and attack this. Now let's see what response. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. We play this. We'll take it. Now bishop goes back. Alright. So black's turn. Bishop goes back or bishop towards the center. Any of the possible responses. Let's see what it responds. If we go with bishop over here, bishop coming over here, we decide to play bishop e3, and further we defend this pawn. Now let's see how black responds in this position. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move, having 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. He go with knight g4, we'll decide to play bishop take g4. He takes it back and we decide to castle, maintain the king's safety. Ultimately, black's turn and black is thinking for the move, having 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock, where he decides to castle, maintain the king's safety. We'll decide to play rook to e1. Now rook e1 and this is black's turn. 3 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. He decides to play bishop back, where we play x3 and attack the bishop. So the bishop can't go back in order to defend itself, otherwise bishop is gone. Now black's turn. Let's see if he is responsible. He play bishop e6, being responsible to the bishop, and we decide to play f4, f4, g4, g5. That's our main plan. Okay, so g4, and this is going to be the plan. We play bishop x4. Further, we decide to play bishop f2. If we take back. Now let's see how black responds over here. Okay, so black is thinking for the move, having 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock. He play bishop take f2, we play king take f2, preparing to play this. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He play rook a to d8. Ultimately, will decide to offer rook trade. How to get 2000? Just stop making mistakes and you will reach 2000. Rook take on e8. He'll take it back and further. Uh, okay, rook comes here trying to attack these pawns. He can try bishop coming to b3 and try attacking. So basically attacking can be the plan. Now he can play rook here and defend this pawn because he can observe that this is a threat. So he must play this. And let's see what he responds. So black is thinking for the move and black go with bishop c4 where he is trying to play rook check. We'll take the pawn and allow the check. So let's see how black goes. Now 1 minute and 45 seconds on the clock and black is thinking for the move. We have furthermore attack. Let's see what the response over here. So in this position we play c6 and attack this pawn. Now he played rook e2 check, we play king f3, further preparing for the mate. Let's see how black responds over here. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. He go with we take c6. We'll play rook take a7, attack this. Now the bishop is center attack. Also we are preparing to this check. Okay, so let's see what the response over here. All right, 53 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for the move. Now we are preparing for this checkmate. Let's see how black responds in this position. So 40 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the move. And over here, now this is the trouble position. Our easy way is to play rook back and sacrifice the bishop. Otherwise, okay, he resigns the game. So he offered a rematch, and we accept the rematch. We have white to play. White play d4. We play knight to f6, and this is white's turn. Let's see what he responds over here. He plays c4. We play e6, and white's turn. Let's see how white responds in this position. He played knight c3. We go with d5 and attack the center with queen's gambit decline. So he played knight f3. We play c5. And now we are attacking the center where he takes it. We'll take it back, attacking this diagonal. So we play bishop g5. And over here, we'll take the queen out, attacking towards this diagonal, also attacking the pawn. So now let's see what the response over here. 4 minutes and 34 seconds for the clock remaining for white. And now white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 4 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. He go with e3. We'll go with queen take b2, attack the knight. Knight comes to a4, and we decide to play bishop b4 check. Knight goes back. Bishop take on it. Queen takes it. Queen take rook. Attack this. And now this is an easy win for me. So he offered a trade. We'll accept the trade. Ultimately take this pawn also. And now He play bishop take on it, we castle, maintain the king safety. So bishop takes e4, we go with knight to e4, attack this and this. Now let's see how he responds here. We are attacking towards white with tempo. The bishop is under attack, so bishop goes to x4 defending it, where we castle maintain the king safety. Now let's see what he responds. 3 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. He play bishop d3, we decide to take. So we play f5, if we take, we'll take it back. Hmm. Now let's see what he responds. White's turn and white is thinking for the move, where he play f3, we'll take the knight back to d6. And now let's see how white responds in this position. 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. We can play knight to c6. Ultimately, we are going to focus on our development. He play bishop e7, and that's a sharp response where we decide to secure the knight, ultimately giving up the rook. He decide to take it, and we'll take it back. Now we are minor piece up. This time, he play king e2, we'll play knight and offer a trade. Now let's see how white responds. If white accept the trade or decline. 3 minutes on the clock remaining for white, and white is thinking where he play bishop c2 decline the trade. We play bishop d7 attacking the knight. Knight comes to c5, we play b6 attack. Knight take bishop, knight take back. Now let's see what white responds over here. So white is thinking for the move, having 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Hmm. He play knight take d7, we play knight take d7. Focusing on our knight development, we can play rook to c8 and further attack. We play bishop e3, we play king e7. Hmm. So white plays rook c1 and we decide to play knight to b5. Knight c5 attacking the bishop, where this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Hmm. Okay, in this position, we go with bishop back, where we decide to play rook to d8. Now rook comes to d8 and we take the knight at d3, offering trade. If we accept the trade, knight take back and attack the rook. He play rook d1. So rook d1 was the response, where we decide to play knight b4 attacking this bishop. So the bishop is under attack. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. If I take, we'll take it back as a basic trade. Let's see how white responds over here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so 1 minute and 34 seconds he play rook to c1, where we decide to play knight take on the pawn or the bishop. Knight take on pawn and attack this. Rook come over here. We play knight back, attack this. So he play rook check and we play king f6. Now let's see what he responds. The bishop is under attack. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock and white is thinking for the move. So white's turn and white is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay. So over here, white decides to play bishop back. We play rook to d7, offering a trade. And if we accept or decline, he declined the trade. We'll decide to play knight to d5, the threat. So now let's see how white responds over here. 50 seconds on the clock remaining for white, and now white is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. So white resigns the game. Alright, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. Okay, so here comes the challenge where we play d4. And now black is thinking for the move. He go with d5, will play c4, the queen's gambit on the board. Now white is thinking, black is thinking for the move. In this position, playing e6 or c6. c6, the slab depends on the board where we play knight c3, adding a pressure at the center. And now we'll go with knight f3. Further, we decide, so further we play bishop g5. If he tries, okay, play x6. We'll eliminate this knight. He take it back, we'll take the pawn. He takes it back, and then we take the queen out, attacking this. So now let's see what he responds. Hmm. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Hmm. Now in this position, this pawn is under attack. So black should defend the pawn. Well, he can defend the pawn by queen over here as a possible response. Okay. So black is thinking for the move. This pawn is under attack. He can push the pawn forward, but ultimately he will lose this pawn. So we are trying to attack better towards black. 3 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and uh, let's see what it responds. Okay, so black's turn and black is thinking for the move. 3 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Now let's see what the response over here. So he go with queen b6. We'll decide to play. Okay, so in this position, we'll go with knight take on it, attacking the queen. So queen take queen, pawn take pawn. And now let's see what the response over here. We go with bishop e6, where we decide to play knight x4 and attack the bishop. Bishop e6, we play e4. Furthermore, this is black's turn and black takes it. We decide to take it back. Further, we have to take the bishop like this. Anyways, we have created 4 pawn structure like this. King comes to d1, and over here we'll go with bishop f, bishop c4. Now let's see what the response over here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. He play a6, and we go with knight g6. If we take, we push the pawn forward, but that's not going to benefit. Anyways, so I just blunder the knight, and further we play d6, check on the board. King comes there. We decide to play bishop to d5, attacking this pawn. Now let's see what the response over here. Okay, so black turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. Over here, he play rook to a7, and now in this position we decide to play rook to a4. Bishop can take this pawn, and then we play the rook e1, expecting this. Okay, so if black will take this, then we can place this rook back and attack towards this file. So bishop take, bishop does not take it. We'll go with bishop e6 and attack the knight. Now the knight is under attack. We go with knight b6. We'll decide to play rook to a5, rook a5 and bishop a. Alright, so he go with bishop b4. Now in this position, so we resign the game. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Alright, so we look for another game where This time we are going to play as black. Now white is thinking for the move. White go with e4. We decide to play d6 above defense. Knight f3. We play knight f6. Where this is white's turn and white play e5. We take it. We take it back and we decide to play queen to d5. Now we play d4. We play c5. Further, we are attacking the center along with this knight. Let's see what we play. We play c3, where we decide to play. We take this pawn, we take it back, we'll go with knight c6, where knight takes, okay, knight does not take, he plays bishop c4. We'll decide to play queen a5 check, and this is going to be the threat. Okay, in this position, we'll decide to play the queen b6. Ultimately, this is going to be happening. So if bishop take, we play king d8. And now white's turn, white take it. We'll decide to take it back from the pawn. This pawn is under attack, this pawn is under attack, so bishop comes to c3. We'll play e6 and trap the bishop, where we can play king e7, attack the bishop. Now he go with bishop x5. We'll decide to play bishop to b4. Let's see how he responds over here. He play bishop f3. We'll decide to trade the bishops and then take the queen to b2. Now queen b2 is attacking this rook. So knight can come over here, we'll take the pawn. He played e5, we'll decide to play. Okay, pawn take on this. And once again, knight goes over here. Otherwise, rook is gone. So white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds in this position. He go with c4, we'll take this rook. And now he takes it, we'll play queen e5 check. King goes there, we'll take it. Now let's see what he responds. Bishop a6 check is okay, so bishop a6 check, king comes there, and over here we take the knight e4. Now let's see how he responds over here. This is white turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He played rook e1. So over here we'll decide to play king to c7, bishop take on it, pawn take on it. Now let's see what white responds over here. 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and he go with queen c2 check. We'll decide to play. Okay, we'll play king to d6. Now bishop take, pawn take, rook take, going to attack towards the queen. He play knight c3. Now he's setting up more and more attackers. So we'll play rook to e8, where white's turn and white decides to think. He decides to play knight take e4. We play t take e4, and over here in this position we'll take it. He takes it back, we'll take this. Rook comes to b8. Bishop, okay. So over here we play king d5. Queen takes up the rook. Okay. So we decide this game. Guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. Okay. So here comes the challenge, and this time we are playing as white, and we play e4. He plays e6 range defense. e4, take the pawn, and then plays c4, attack this. Where black plays knight f6, we play knight c3, and then take the knight to f3 along with bishop to e3. Now he decides to castle, we play queen d2, along with bishop. Okay, so we take this. Rook comes to g1, and further we trade the pawns. And after trading the pawns, we take the bishop x6 in attacking this way. So if we push, then he will lose. Okay, now let's see what black response. Black play b takes c3. We'll go with pawn take c3, and let's see what the response over here. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges or the challenges are allowed. Queen f6, rook take check, king goes there, where in this position, now what we can observe is we'll go with bishop to d3, rook there. Okay, so black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Now he go with check, we play king d1. Ultimately, we are looking for this threat. So black's turn, let's see how black responds in this position. We go with knight f4. And we play rook take x7 check. The king comes there. We'll decide to play. Okay, so over here, we play queen take on knight, queen takes, and we take it back. Furthermore, he play knight f6, where we'll decide to play the rook back to x4. So now let's see what the response. He play rook e6. We'll decide to play bishop x6 and further attack. He play rook to e8. We play king d2. The rook coming over here is the main threat. So 1 minute and 42 seconds on the clock. Knight x7. We play rook g1 check. King goes there. We play bishop g7 check. King goes there. And then bishop take on x7 is a mate. Okay. So guys, if you want, you can send me challenges or the challenges are allowed. Any challenges? Okay, so guys, I'm ending the stream. I will meet you in the next one.